Can tacos become ramen? Today, I'm turning one of Americans' favorite foods into Jiro-Style Ramen. Let's see if it actually works. Hey, I'm Nojinora, ramen maniac from Japan.
Watch until the end.
This might be my craziest ramen yet. A classic American taco meets homemade Jiro-Style ramen. And honestly, I couldn't wait to taste it. Ramen time. I fell in love with American food years ago. When I studied in Hawaii, I realized every region had its own unforgettable flavors. Ever since then, I've wanted to tell those stories through ramen. I'm not trying to prove that taco belong in ramen. I'm just curious what happens when two things I love meet in one bowl. That's the kind of challenge I enjoy the most. And today, that challenge is taco ramen. One of the things I love most about ramen is how it's built. Every bowl is made from layers of choices, like the video. The noodles, the broth, the toppings, the seasoning. Even a small change can create a completely different bowl. That's what makes ramen so much fun. In Japan, you can walk into a ramen shop and just a few minutes later, a fresh bowl is right in front of you. I do the exact opposite. I spend half a day making just one bowl from scratch. That's part of the fun for me. And I think the world has only seen a small part of what Japanese ramen can be. There are still so many bowls waiting to be discovered. That's one of the reasons I make these videos. That's why ramen never gets boring. Every bowl is a chance to create something new. There are no limits to what ramen can become. And for me, every great bowl starts with one thing. Of course, toppings aren't the only thing that makes ramen special. For me, the noodles are just as important as everything on top. That's why I almost always make them myself. People ask me this all the time. Why don't you just buy noodles? Honestly, they are right. In Japan, making ramen noodles at home isn't normal. Most people would probably think I'm a little crazy. But once you make your own noodles, it's hard to stop. You start noticing things you never noticed before. Every batch teaches you something new. And before you know it, you are completely hooked. Subscribe for more ramen. This is where the dough finally becomes noodles. Every time I watch this, it still makes me smile. No two batches of noodles are ever exactly the same. That's one of the reasons I love making them by hand. Some people think ramen is all about the broth. I don't. The noodles deserve just as much attention. Changing the texture can completely change the experience. That's why I never rush this part. An American classic and my style of ramen. For me, fusion isn't about mixing random foods together. It's about respecting what makes each dish special. Tacos are all about boiled meat, fresh vegetables, rich cheese, and just the right amount of heat. My ramen is built around garlic soy sauce, rich pork fat, and thick chewy noodles. So instead of choosing one over the other, I wanted both to shine in the same bowl. That's why I kept the vegetables fresh by serving the noodles cold. The garlic soy sauce, spicy Tabasco, cheese, and seasoned pork fat became the bridge between Japan and America. This isn't just taco flavor on ramen. This is my version of Japan meeting America. This was the hardest part of the whole bowl. If I seasoned the taco meat like a real taco, the flavor disappeared once it mixed with the noodles. But adding more salt to the meat just made it taste worse. I realized the answer wasn't changing the meat. It was changing the noodles. So I coated the noodles with seasoned pork fat and garlic sauce before adding the toppings. That way, every bite stayed balanced from the first bite to the last. Sometimes the solution isn't fixing the strongest flavor. It's making every part work together. Like the video. Now it's time to bring everything together. Every ingredient has a reason to be here. Not to compete, but to make each other better. That's the kind of bowl I wanted to create. This is the moment of truth. Now, there's only one question left. Did it actually work? Itadakimasu. Let's dig in. Moment of truth. Let's see if this idea actually worked. Yeah, it definitely tastes like tacos. But somehow, it's still ramen. The fresh vegetables completely change the experience. Yeah, they make the whole bowl feel lighter. This is exactly why I made the noodles this way. They're called chewy and they carry every flavor. The avocado smooths everything out. Subscribe for more ramen. It makes every bite even better. And then the garlic kicks in. Now this feels like my ramen. Now everything comes together. It's no longer just tacos.
My wife.
It's no longer just ramen. It's both.
More tomatoes. Ooh, fresh.
There are still so many American dishes I want to turn into ramen. This taco ramen was just one challenge. And every challenge teaches me something new. So, this is only the beginning. See you in the next challenge. Thank you for watching. If you enjoyed this ridiculous bowl, subscribe and join the ramen madness. I'll see you in the next bowl. Noji no Life. Thank you.